My skin color is brown. I want a brown nipple cover. Now, honey, my skin is not pale, pinkish, or beige in color, but this is still nude. We don't see you. Sorry. We don't make products for you. Your skin tone is too dark. Sorry. We don't have your shade. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Michelle Asare and I am an entrepreneur. I have a business, a clothing brand called Sincerely Nude, which basically promotes nude colored clothing in more than just one shade. Now, why, you may ask? Nude has been very beige for a long time, and it's only recently that us smaller brands have been trying to change that narrative. If you have watched any of my previous videos, which I started talking about the business and how I started the business, you will know that I've always liked brown, okay? And that's basically, you know, as you can tell. And I just always wondered as a little girl why certain things weren't in my skin color, especially underwear. Like if I wanted to find a nude bra, it was always exhibit A, that kind of nude. So we only had black, white, and that kind of nude. And it stems from, I guess, racism. Like our skin color was never seen as beautiful, so a lot of brands did not see the value in investing in darker colors to sell as nude as well. I remember like reading articles whilst I was doing research about people dyeing their bras and dyeing, you know, like lingerie or dyeing tights just to make it look more like their skin color. We shouldn't have to be doing that. It should be there for us as a consumer if we want it, especially if they have it for the lightest shade. You should always have the option for deeper skin tones, just so that it shows that we are all one. But unfortunately, this has not been the case for many years, and we know why. But I have a few notes here just so that I can stay on topic as per usual. Now, even the Oxford Dictionary up until 2017 had this as their definition for nude. So nude was defined as nude as a pale pinkish beige color. Now honey, my skin is not pale pinkish or beige in color, but this is still nude. If I was to take off all my clothes and be in the nude, my skin color would be this chocolateness right here. So I just didn't understand for a long time why this was the case. I think maybe I was just too young, or I didn't really see how big a conversation this was. So in 2017 they finally changed the definition of nude. Thank you for doing that, by the way. Go back to talking about underwear. Now, I always looked for underwear that was my skin color. You kind of wonder, oh, why is this not in, you know, like a darker color? Like if I wanted to wear like a sheer blouse and, you know, the only option that I had was black or white or that nude. So I was so happy when Nubian Skin came out. I love their bras. I'm wearing one of their bras right now. Okay, no, Michelle, let me not even start. But I'm wearing one of their bras right now and I love them. Like they are my big inspiration, by the way. They are literally like up there. I love them. I love all their stuff. I am such a big fan. And I was so happy when they came out with like the nude bras and the tights. I was just like, wow. They came out in, I think, 2014, and they literally blew up the internet because it was like, wow, nude, but a different kind of nude. A lot of consumers would say that those colors don't sell. Okay, that's what I used to get whenever I wanted to get fabric in this color. Okay, they would tell me that these colors don't sell, that's why it's not being made. So that's why I had to dye these colors. But anyway, moving on. So they think that it won't sell, and it's crazy. Black people, we are, especially black women, we are the biggest consumers out there. Like, we spend so much money on stuff, on buying clothes, buying makeup, buying underwear. And I guess we like to shop, but then it's also because we have always been told that we're not good enough. So I feel like sometimes, not all the time, we like to overcompensate and kind of like look good and look the best and buy the most expensive things because we've been conditioned to think that we're not good enough and we have to always outdo that person, or we have to just always be the best. Really, we make up such a big part of the market, and it's crazy that for a long time in the past, people weren't trying to like check for us or trying to like sell to us. Now there are brands that have been coming up and doing like nude bras and tights as well. Nubian skin is not even 10 years old yet, so let that sink in. We've been having to deal with this for years. Like, it's crazy. What I'm gonna do is try and link down below all the nude brands that I like. Ooh, in terms of like shoes, okay, this was also a big one. I think this was more of a problem to me than the underwear because I love shoes. What I used to look on ASOS, what did I look at the sites that I love to shop at, and I remember I could not see any brown like pointed heels because I loved that kind of like classic point court heels, and I wanted that similar to my skin tone, even if it wasn't brown, but just something more like tan, dark, that looked good on my skin tone, and I could never see it. It was always that same old. It's so lovely to be able to have the choice. That's what this whole thing is about. And speaking of shoes, back in the day, even before I launched my brand, I used to research just about, you know, nude items and what is missing for us to, you know, feel more accepted. And I remember reading an article about ballerinas putting makeup on their like on their point shoes so that it blended in with their skin tone. Oh my god, honestly, if you have time, just research about this whole nude crisis. Another thing that is a big thing is bandages. Oh my goodness. Okay, so as you know or may know, nursing is my background, okay? And this is actually a funny story. So a patient of mine asked for a plaster because he had cut himself or something. I don't know. But anyways, I was like, yeah, cool. And he was like, oh, is it skin color, yeah? And then I paused and I was like, yeah, it's your skin color. And then he started laughing. So he kind of just assumed that it was going to be his skin color, and it was. And it's so important that we have bandages that is our skin tone. You know, there's this brand called Skin Bandages that started a few years ago, and they do the perfect skin bandages. And there was recently a scandal because Tesco had purchased their bandages and copied what they had done. And that's what happens. A lot of big companies will see us smaller brands and steal our ideas because they can, okay? Because they have the money, they have the marketing skills, they can, and there's nothing that we can do about it. And the whole point of having a bandage that is a skin color is to make it look like your skin and that there's nothing there. And speaking of covering, nipple covers. Oh my goodness, guys. Nipple covers. My skin color is brown. I want a brown nipple cover because I'm obviously wearing the nipple cover to conceal and be modest. However, if it's something that's gonna contrast to my skin tone, it's gonna look like I'm wearing something there anyway. Again, they just did not ever care about us. Exhibit nipple covers. This is the old nipple covers. This is how it was before. And now we have nipple covers in different skin tones. That is why I started this brand. I was tired of always just seeing one type of nude everywhere I went to. Now the most important one is makeup. Guys, makeup has come a long way. I remember when I first started wearing makeup, I was 17 years old in college, and my first ever foundation was MAC NW45, and that was the only black shade that we had. That was it. That was it. Like, NW45 was the shade that all of us used to wear, okay? I have a friend called Martha, and she has this beautiful chocolate skin. I remember she wore NW45 just like me, okay? She's not NW45. I'm not even NW45. I'm NW48. But for the longest time, that is what we wore, okay? And MAC was like kind of like that high-end makeup that it didn't give you that ashy, casket-ready look. Because a lot of makeup before that were our shade was always so ashy with that grey undertone. Like, I don't know anyone who is alive that has got a grey undertone. I can show you some pictures of models. We have suffered in terms of makeup, but I'm not gonna lie, I appreciate MAC for still holding us down, because there were a lot of brands that didn't even have our shade. Like, it just wasn't even there, like an option. What? We don't see you. Sorry. We don't make products for you. Your skin tone is too dark. Sorry, we don't have your shade. That's basically what you would be telling me if I go to your makeup store and you don't have my color. I refuse to spend any of my coins on people that don't represent me as well. Period. And then came Fenty Beauty. Rihanna has done so well because she shook the industry. She made so many brands realize that everyone needs to be represented from the lightest shade to the darkest shade. All of us need makeup, and we have different undertones as well. She is the reason why now everyone is jumping on this inclusive, you know, nude, blah blah blah, darker skin tones, using darker models for campaigns. I'm not saying she's the only one that has done it, but she is the one that had the biggest impact. Indie brands as well as Rihanna has shook up the nude industry and just made bigger brands realize that everyone needs to be represented, because we are all going to spend our coins. So we need to see ourselves on billboards with the makeup. We need to see ourselves. That is my little long ass story about why I started my brand and why I promote like just dark skin tones. You will see a predominantly darker skin tones on my page, and that's not necessarily on purpose, but I wear a lot of my stuff and I take pictures, so obviously I'm black, you're gonna see that. And a lot of the models that I work with are black, and my customers, the majority, I would say a good 80% of my customers are black, and that is because of the colors, and also because we are so used to not seeing these colors that they want something that looks like their skin tone and they're nude. So that is why the majority of my page, you'll see darker skin tones, and I'm not gonna apologize for that because I am my own model as well. So but my brand is very inclusive. So in a nutshell, talking about the other issues of nude and what we've had to go through kind of gives you an indication of why I started my brand. People do get it, and it does make sense, and it is important for all of us to have the choice that if we want to wear our own skin colored type of clothing, that we can, and it looks so beautiful on our skin tone as well. I am going to be doing a try on haul, just explaining my different shades of nude from my brand, kind of just to let you have a visual feel for the fabric and the colors. So that will be on my next video. If you made it till the end of this video, well done, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that people that watch this video, especially if you're not my complexion, that you're not offended, because I didn't make this video to offend anybody, nor have I made my brand to offend. I am all about being inclusive, so I don't want anyone to feel left out or that I'm talking about them in a bad light, because that is not my character. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had any issues with finding your nude. Let me know how you felt when you finally found that nude bra that was your skin color, or that nude pair of heels that matched your complexion so beautifully, or that banging skirt, that nude skirt that you finally felt suited your shape and your complexion really well. Please let me know down in the comments, because I know I have stories about how I felt and I was so happy. Anyways, don't forget to check out my baby, sincerelynude.com. That is the name of my brand, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a lovely day. Bye.